I am back with the Superman Warworld Saga, and the last thing we saw is that OMAC joins Mongol forces mainly because of Lightray, and Superman and Midnight are starting fighting back. Now, the story continues in Action Comics issue 1042. Now, the issue starts off in the Fortress of Solitude where Dala is still in recovery and Lois Lane is just near her, just doing some research and just doing some reading. John Kent comes to the fortress to check on his mom, also to check on Dala, see how she's doing. Plus, while Clark is away, he's the Superman of Earth right now. However, the problem is that Dala is suffering from seizures, but she needs to be exposed to some energy from his fragment in smaller doses. They don't know where Superman put it, but Lois Lane's like, I think I might know where it is. Then back to Warworld, Superman and Big Knight are back at the prisons, making sure to free as many people as they can while fighting off Mongol's forces. And this is when Superman and Midnight find out that OMAC's working with Mongol, and one of his generals, the teacher, is there. And this is where we find out the whereabouts of Manchester Black, as the teacher is the one that had him, and sadly, he's the one running experiments on him, and he's one of the reasons that he's able to create this big beast. Superman faces off against OMAC. OMAC's still upset about the whole situation, because it's like, you never told us that you were getting weaker, you let Lightray be unalive, how dare you do this to us? And Superman is like, look, I know there's some things I care from you, but I did not mean that in malice. I just wanted you to know that. Superman looks to the side. He sees Cryux, might be getting his name wrong, but he sees Cryux about to get attacked by the beast. He swoops in, save him, he jumps in to save him. And as they're getting back up, Cryux is like, okay, I see this beast and I see that there's a device in it. Just letting you know it's called an orphan box. If you grab that, it will definitely change the tide of the battle. OMAC tried to grab the Superman again, but to no avail. And OMAC's like, look, I'm just doing this for Lightray because I love her so much. I just want her to be safe. Superman's like, I'm sorry, but I'll make sure you see her again. Then they hear a voice in the distance, and it don't sound good. Why? Because it's Mongol riding his own beast. However, this time, Superman doesn't go after Mongols. He goes straight for the device and Teacher's Beast. He does something to it, then there's just this big glow that's coming from it. Then the scene shifts to Steelworks HQ, aka the laboratory of John Henry Irons, aka Steel. And this is where Lois went, because she figured that John Henry would actually be one of the few people that Superman would trust with the fragment. Well, trust and able to protect, and not that much into the Justice League. And Lois is telling him about Dala, but he also explains that it's like, there's something about the energy coming off the fragment, and it's kind of alive. So we're kind of dealing with a sentient type of energy. And while they're talking, energy from the fragment is actually spiking up to the point where it's starting to glow really bright. And then they start hearing voices from it. Then they realize that they recognize voice, the voice being Superman. And this means two things. One, the fact that Superman is alive. And two, that something big is coming. But they don't know what yet. That's all the time I got for this video. Of course, I'll continue the story later on, but thank you for watching. I do want to mention that John L. does have his own solo series while this story is being made. So there is a Superman on Earth still.